Well, most religions teach us that there is a heaven, there is a paradise, a place of bliss that awaits us. The Bible calls it the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven is this place where your soul, the essence of you, exists in a state of bliss, and the purpose of your life is to reach this place or this state of bliss. Hi, I'm Liam Naden, and welcome to my podcast, Let Yourself Off the Hook. As someone who has studied success for decades, I have found the formula for achieving your dreams and goals, and it's all to do with how you use your brain. Each week on my show, I will provide you with the tools, resources, and expertise to utilize your brain to its ultimate potential and remove the barriers to your success. And as you will discover, true success in every area of your life only comes when you let yourself off the hook. Success killer number 3, not knowing what success really is. What's your definition of success? What would success look like for you? In other words, in your life, what would it be like if you were totally successful? Whatever your answer to those questions, just keep them in mind as we go through this episode and see if your answers align with the true meaning of what success is. You know, it's sad that really most people have got it completely wrong about what success is, and it's really one of the main reasons why they never achieve it. After all, how can you get something when you don't know what it is that you're really going after? Because even if you find it, chances are you won't recognize it. So in this episode, I want to clarify what success really is and what it isn't. And that's going to help you get clear not only about what you're looking for, but how to find the right path to getting it. And by the way, I should start off by saying that the definition of success, of true success, that I'm going to share with you, it's not my definition. It's not something that I've just come up with, but it's actually the single definition that is taught by all science and all religion. You know, it's been said if you want to find the answers to anything, really there's only 2 places to look. There are only 2 places where you'll find the truth. One is science and the other is religion. So if you want to find the answer to what is success, they're the places to look, science and religion. And it turns out that not only do both science and religion have clear and unanimous definitions of what success is, but they're identical to each other. They actually totally agree. And you'd probably have to accept that if all of science and all of religion agree on something, then it probably is pretty close to the truth. You know, when I started to ask myself this question, what is success really? One of the first things I became aware of was really how little I knew about what success was. Here I was spending all of this time chasing after something, and I never really had spent the time to try and figure out what it meant. And it was really only after I had the experience of going from being a multimillionaire to becoming homeless that I really started to question, what is success? What is it really? Because everything that I'd thought it was up until that point obviously wasn't true. And the reason I know that it wasn't true is because whenever I had what I thought success was, so whenever I had all the money, whenever I had the homes, when I had the lifestyle, when I had the businesses, whenever I had all of these things, I was, by definition, successful. But I didn't really feel successful. I still felt like there was something missing. I didn't have those great feelings of satisfaction, peace, power, and really being in control of my life that I thought success would bring me. And of course, I didn't realize it at the time, but it was these uneasy feelings, these feelings that I wasn't really successful. No matter what I had, that's what kept driving me to try and get more. And that's what I did. I chased after more, set bigger goals, wanted more stuff, more money, more things, more experiences. And although sometimes I felt the exhilaration and the satisfaction of some big wins and of achieving things, it wasn't long before that feeling came back, that uneasy feeling that, hey, I'm not really as successful as I could be. I don't feel successful. And one of the things that happens to you when you're in that state, when you're chasing after success, is that you find yourself always comparing yourself subconsciously to other people. And the problem with that is there's always someone else who appears to be more successful than you are. And that in itself makes you feel unsuccessful, no matter what you actually have. Does any of this sound familiar? Well, if so, I think you're going to find the definition of success that I'm going to share with you, the true definition, I think you're going to find it a bit of an eye-opener. And it's actually quite liberating, as the truth usually is. Because it's something that when you get it, when you understand it, when you see the truth in it, it'll help you to finally not just achieve the outward signs of success, getting the lifestyle that you really want, but the inner feelings of success, which is really what you truly want. Okay, so before we go to science and religion to look at the true definition of what success really is, so that we can start going after the right thing rather than going after the wrong thing, let's look at what success isn't. As I mentioned earlier, I only started to investigate the true meaning of the word success after I'd actually achieved what I thought success was, and when I realised that it wasn't giving me the feelings of success that I thought it would. And one of the things that shocked me when I started to research this was actually how few people have really ever done much research into what true success is. Now, I know there have been countless books written about success, but most of these books talk about success really in quite a superficial way. They talk about this word success as if everyone already knows what success is. So they build on the ideas of others rather than digging into the core meaning of the word itself. And this has really not only caused so much confusion in the world, but so much unhappiness as well, and frustration. Because countless numbers of people are chasing after what they think success is, but it's not what it really is. And that's why, even if people achieve what they think success is, they're almost always disappointed. All right, so what isn't success then? Now, some of this might surprise you, but it will become a lot more clearer and a lot more obvious once we start looking at the spiritual and scientific definitions of true success. So what isn't success? Well, success is not measured by any amount of stuff that you might have. So success is not being rich. It's not having lots of money. It's not having a great business. It's not having homes, properties, boats. It's not having a lifestyle of freedom. Now, all of these things could be a byproduct of success, but they're not actually what success is in itself. Success is also not achieving goals. You know, we say to ourselves, I succeeded in achieving my goal. I did it. But unfortunately, this is confusing being successful in getting something or doing something with being successful. And the two are not the same. So if success isn't achieving a goal, perhaps success could be defined as working towards a goal. And you might say, I'm on the path of success. I'm working towards the things I want. After all, success is a journey, not a destination. Now, this has an element of truth to it, but the problem is that you don't ever really feel successful when you're on a journey, when you're on a path towards something else that you don't have. And that's true even if you tell yourself that you are. When you're on this journey thinking you're being successful, you're still aiming for something, and you're still feeling that you will only really be truly successful when you reach your destination, when you get the thing that you're after. And it might sound good, but working towards a goal doesn't really make you feel successful until you've actually achieved it. So if true success isn't having stuff, it's not achieving goals, it's not working towards goals, then what is it? Well, here it is. And remember, this isn't my definition. It's the single definition of success that all of science and all of religion agree on. So here it is. Success is feeling good right now. Success is feeling good right now. That's it. Success is nothing more and nothing less than feeling good right now. Feeling happy, feeling grateful, loving, inspired. When you feel good, you are being successful. Now you're probably thinking, hang on a minute, Liam. This is a bit silly actually. There's a lot more to success than just feeling good right now. I mean, this sounds like a cop-out to me. After all, I could just say, well, I'm happy, and I'd be successful. But notice I didn't say that saying that you feel good or you feel happy means you're successful. I said actually feeling good, feeling happy. That's what makes you successful. Now think about it this way. If you think of the definition of success that you came up with at the beginning when I asked you the question, what's your definition of success? Think of your definition. And whatever it was it about having certain things in your life? Being in control of your life? Having fame, fortune, relationships working well? Achieving goals, working towards goals? Well, whatever it is, what do these things all have in common? They're all things that you think that when you get them are going to make you feel good. You're going to feel happy when you achieve that, when you get that thing that you think you want. So in other words, your definition of success, and it's most people's definition of success, is when I have something that makes me feel good, I will be successful. But here's the thing, the real goal, the real thing that you're wanting is actually just to feel good, is to be happy. You want to be excited, energized, at peace, fulfilled. You just think that the money, the relationship, the freedom, the lifestyle, that's going to give you those feelings. So all of those things are really just a means to an end, aren't they? You don't want anything for what it is. You want it for the way it makes you feel. You want it because you think it's going to make you feel good, happy. So all you really want at the end of the day is to feel good, is to feel happy. And it turns out that this feeling good, this being happy, is the definition of success both in science and in religion. Because when you feel good, you're being the best that you can be. And when you're being the best that you can be, you have the greatest chance for survival, which is your biological, scientific purpose. And you become the greatest expression of pure love, which is your spiritual purpose. Okay, so now let's look at the proof. Let's look at what science and religion both say about this definition of success, that it is about being your best, which means being happy. Now, if we start with science, well, any biological scientist will tell you that there is a single overriding purpose of all life, and that is all living things are designed, they're wired to achieve one thing, and that is survival. That is the primary purpose of all life. And what gives an organism, a living thing, the greatest chance for survival? By being its best. So all life is striving to be its best, and science has a word for this, and it's called homeostasis. Homeostasis means the optimal functioning of the organism. And when the organism, the living thing, is functioning at its best, when all the processes and activities within this organism are happening at peak efficiency, there is the least strain on the system. The most energy is produced for the least amount of input. And when all of this happens, like with any machine, the organism lasts longer. It survives for longer. And of course, we as humans, we're living things as well. So the same principle applies, the same law applies, of striving to be the best for the greatest chance of survival. But what else do we as humans need for us to be at our best? Well, of course, we need to feel good, emotionally and mentally. Because when we feel good, mentally and emotionally, when we're happy, everything works best in our life. Everything in our body works the best. Our organs and bodily processes function more efficiently. And we also have the greatest levels of creativity, imagination, resourcefulness, and love. We come up with new ideas. Whatever we do is a joy rather than a struggle. We achieve more. We give more. All of this gives us the best chance for survival. And it also gives those around us the greatest chance for survival because they benefit from our contribution. So to be biologically successful, to be the best that you can be so that you have the greatest chance for living the longest, you need to be happy. Well, that's what science says. But what about religion? What does religion say about success? What definition does it provide? Well, most religions teach us that there is a heaven, there is a paradise, a place of bliss that awaits us. The Bible calls it the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven is this place where your soul, the essence of you, exists in a state of bliss, and the purpose of your life is to reach this place or this state of bliss. Other religions have the same message. In Buddhism, this place or state is called enlightenment or nirvana. In Hinduism, it's called moksha. And where is this place of bliss, this place where we're truly happy, this kingdom of heaven? Where is it? Well, all religions tell us where it is as well. It's inside you. Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is inside you. And again, other religions teach exactly the same thing. So this state of happiness, this bliss, this is something that exists within you right now. All religion teaches us this and teaches us that our purpose is to find it. And your primary purpose for living, according to religion, is to find it. And again, in the Bible it says, seek first the kingdom of heaven, and everything else will be added to you. Now notice they don't say, well, you can't have all the good stuff as well. It doesn't say you shouldn't have an abundant and rich life. But it does say that everything else will lack meaning and joy if you go after them for their own sake. But if you seek happiness first, if you seek the kingdom of heaven that is within you, then everything else in your life is going to show up to reflect your happiness. But you don't do it the other way around. And this is what so many people are confused about, because you don't get the stuff first and then you'll be happy. It doesn't work that way. Now, science has observed that when we're in the state of homeostasis, when we're operating at peak efficiency, when we're in what's called in the flow, we're at our best, we're being inspired, we're motivated, we're happy. It's also when we're our most creative and productive. It's when we find solutions to problems most easily. We take the best actions. We get the most stuff done. We're our most productive. And as a result of all of this, good things flow into our life. And this is the way it works biologically when we're in the natural flow of life. And spiritually, when we're happy, we're being our most loving, our most grateful, and good things come to us. People like us more. People want to be around us. And they want to help us and contribute to our life. So this idea, this truth about what success is, that it's seeking to feel good, to feel happy first, and then everything you need will be provided for you. It's so true, isn't it, when you really think about it? And one of the ways to know it's true is to look at people who have tried to do it the other way, who've gone after the fame, the wealth first. And what happens? Very often they end up miserable. So there it is, the only real definition of success. Feeling good, feeling happy right now. That's it. That's what's going to make you your best, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And it's what's going to ensure that everything works best for you in your life. So that's what we need to focus on. That's the goal, to feel good, feel happy right now. Okay, so now we know this, what do you do? What's the plan to achieve real success? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? You need to start by evaluating what you need to do to feel happy right now. Not in the future, not when you have something or when you've solved a problem. What do you need to do to feel happy, feel good right now? So it's not going to come from chasing after stuff or trying to solve problems that you think will make you happy in the future. It's about finding what's necessary that can ensure that you can feel happy right now. And no matter what your circumstances, it is possible and achievable to feel happy right now. And this is why. It's really about finding what's stopping you from being happy right now. And what you're going to find if you really ask that question and really dig deep and say, what's stopping me from being happy right now? You're going to realize that it's not about what's in your life, it's about what's in your head. It's your thoughts, it's your perceptions, it's your beliefs and ideas about what you think things mean. And when you realize this, you realize that life, success, happiness, feeling good, it's all just an inside game. It all takes place up here. You know, the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, he put it well when he said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this and you will find strength. So you have to switch your attention, your focus, your efforts, your work. You have to switch it from trying to change your outside to trying to change your inside, your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings. From trying to change what's happening outside of you, which you have no control over, to what's happening inside of you, which you do have control over. Even if sometimes it feels like you don't, but you do. You have total control over your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And the fact that you might think that you don't is simply a reflection of awareness, but it is the truth. You know, very few people have ever thought about this sort of thing. And I think it's why very few people really achieve real success, which is, as I said at the beginning, it's about feeling successful, feeling that you're being the best that you can be, that you truly are living to your highest potential. It's a feeling, and no amount of stuff on the outside is going to give you that. You have to give it to yourself through your thoughts and your perceptions. And of course, this is a journey. You're not going to achieve this overnight. You can't just flip a switch and suddenly you're happy. Happiness, success in other words, it's a journey. So where do you start? Well, the first thing is to get honest with yourself. Are you happy, really? Or are you not happy, really? Are you feeling in your life through your actions and your thoughts? Are you really feeling deep down a sense of true fulfillment, of true purpose, deep satisfaction and peace? And you have to be really honest with yourself. You know, many people, they lie to themselves. They say, yes, I'm happy, but they're not. They're trying to justify their situation and their lack of happiness and their fear about their life. They're trying to justify it by telling themselves lies. But that never works. So you have to be really honest with where you are right now. And you also have to be honest that being happy is really what you truly want. That it really is the goal. That it is the most important thing to you in your life. And that it is the measure of true success. And you have to accept and realize that being happy is the way you're supposed to live. It's the natural way to live. Okay, so once you do these things, once you know and acknowledge where you are right now, and that where you want to go is to be happy, you can make a start to getting there. You're now on the right path. You can start to look at the things that are stopping you, both in your thoughts and your actions, and you can start to change them. You can start looking at your decisions, your actions, and your thoughts more critically and saying to yourself, is this really helping me? Is this going to help me to be happier? Or is it just going to get in the way? Is it just going to be a distraction? And above all, you realise that where you need to start, when you're really honest, is you realise you need to start the only place that exists, which is within you, where the kingdom of heaven actually is. That's what letting yourself off the hook is all about. It's about putting your attention, your focus, and your effort on what's really going to create true success in your life, both within and without. And it's about doing the work to retrain your brain so that you feel good, you feel truly successful right now. This is Liam Naden signing off. Thanks for watching. But before you go, there's some action to take. Hit the subscribe and like buttons and leave your thoughts in a comment below. I'd love your feedback. And if you have friends who you think would benefit from this, please share it with them. Thanks again for your support, and stay tuned for more from me, Liam Naden. And remember, you can only reach your full potential when you let yourself off the hook.